I'm Simon Sinek, and you're watching Behind the Brand with Brian Elliott.
Hi, I'm Brian Elliott. Welcome to another edition of Behind the Brand. Today I'm here with best-selling author Simon Sinek. Simon, welcome back.
It's nice to be back.
This theme of inspiration, let's talk about some of the key pillars or characteristics of the people who are successful. You talk about charismatic people. I think of Gary Vee, who's dogmatic, but also super charismatic and very outspoken leader. Then you have someone like, Susan Cain, who writes for us introverts, the Zuckerbergs and, whoever else is sort of more behind the camera kind of person. Talk to us about some of the pillars of successful leaders.
I get asked about this quite a lot, sort of what are the important characteristics to be a great leader. Yeah. And you hear the usual, charisma, vision, these kinds of things. And you're right. I know some great leaders, some who have charisma and some who don't. They're quiet and sort of walk down the sides of halls, I know some great leaders, some who have big Steve Jobsian visions and some who don't. And yet they're still highly effective and very, very good leaders. The one characteristic I'm very comfortable saying that all great leaders have to have is courage. It's a very, very, very hard job being a leader. It's very, very hard standing up for what you believe in, waking up to do that every day, sometimes against overwhelming pressures from the outside and sometimes from the insides of our organizations. Sometimes it's lonely, sometimes it's thankless, and sometimes you put yourself at risk. When you speak truth to power, you could get your head cut off. When you try to do the right thing, you're the one who could get in trouble or lose your job over that. So the risks are real. So the best leaders, the most effective and inspiring leaders, they all have courage. That's one thing I'm comfortable saying they all have.
I love that statement. One of my all-time favorite books, in addition to all of yours, is Brene Brown's book, right? Who addresses courage, and I love what she talks about. That measurement, the depth that we're willing to be vulnerable is the measurement of our courage, basically. How do we get courage? I think about this all the time because in some things I'm courageous and in other things I'm not. And maybe I'm crossing or blurring the lines between willpower sometimes. I think about just simple fitness things like I want to get up in the morning, but I don't feel like it, or the weather's not great or ideal. And so, I cave in or something. But how do you get courage?
So I don't believe for one second that courage is this internal fortitude, that you dig down deep and find the courage. I don't think that's true. I think courage is actually external. When we know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that someone believes in us, or someone has our back, or someone cares about us, or we know that someone will be there when we struggle or when we doubt ourselves, they'll be there to say, no, I believe in you, you got this. That's what gives us the courage to act, the knowledge that there's someone by our side, someone, a wind in our sail. And that's when we find the courage, when we work extra hard because we want to prove to someone that their belief in us was worth it, that their sacrifice for us was worth it. I get the opportunity to spend time with men and women in uniform, those who've actually risked their lives to save the lives of others. And I ask them, why would you do it? No one would have ordered you to do what you did. No one would have faulted you if you didn't. You have a family, you have kids, why did you do it? And they all give me the same answer, which is they say, I know that someone would have done it for me. I know that they would have done it for me. They would have done the same for me. In other words, their courage came from the knowledge that someone had their backs. That's why they acted courageously. And even when we see someone act with courage, a leader who acts with courage, that inspires us to act with courage. Yet again, it's an external thing. And this is one of the reasons, to me, together is better is such a powerful message, which is only when we act together, even if that just means someone who's in the background, will we have the courage to change our lot in life and even change the world. you.